At what point are you guys just gonna stop? Not you guys, but people doing this. So, a couple 14-year-old twin boys were run off the road by a couple. So let's read this. I'll interject with things I've derived from other reports as well that this report lacks. This is just the report that I ended on, but we'll go over it. Y'all scared, just like your president. Teen Trump supporters run off the road, police say. Y'all scared just like your president is what the female of the couple that ran these teens off the road had said. Hobart. Felony charges have been filed against a Hobart couple accused of running twin boys off the road because they had pro-Trump flags attached to their bicycle, authorities said. Snapchat videos helped officers secure charges against Kyron Gregory Perry Jones, 23, and Kaylin Marie Smith, 18, in connection with a July 22nd incident, police said. They Snapchatted it. Basically, it was they were rolling up on these two teens. The man, Kyron Gregory, started, asking them if they were Trump supporters. They said they were. He veered towards them, tried to knock him off the road. And then on the video, it shows the woman, he's telling the woman, hey, go grab the flag, grab the flag. The woman leans out the window. She tries to grab the flag. She tells the man, hey, get closer, I can't grab the flag. And the kids are obviously scared. And then that's when she says, y'all scared just like your president. America is not great. And then she calls them an expletive. Smith could allegedly be heard saying on a Snapchat video obtained by police during the incident. At one point, Perry Jones asked one of the boys if he was a Trump fan, and he said he was, records state. He actually asked him before he was a Trump fan before she had leaned out the window. Perry Jones and Smith have each been charged with 2 counts of intimidation and criminal recklessness, all felonies. Now, I wonder intimidation. I wonder if these kids can be counted as voters in a sense, or perhaps maybe through intimidating these kids who are Trump supporters, they are intimidating other voters. Voter intimidation. I wonder if that is the direction they're going with it. I'll stay on top of it and let you guys know as soon as I do. They were also charged with 1 count each of theft and criminal mischief, which are misdemeanors, court records show. Hobart Police Captain James Gonzalez said Smith and Perry Jones are accused of driving in their car, running the teen boys off the road, and making threats towards them. The detective just received charges on this Thursday, Gonzalez said. The delay was because of information police were waiting on from Snapchat, he added. When they started the investigation, there was information that the Snapchat video existed, so they had to go to Snapchat and go through the red tape to obtain the videos. The 2 boys told Hobart detectives they were riding their bikes near 8th and Fleming when a blue Chevrolet Malibu began following them, court records state. Snapchat video obtained by police shows the Malibu, driven by Perry Jones, swerve the wheels sharply as if he saw the boys and wanted to hit them with the vehicle while yelling, y'all better get home, court records state. Perry Jones and Smith allegedly yelled expletives at the 2 teen boys and demanded they pull that flag down in the video, police said. Perry Jones allegedly threatened to beat the boys up for calling 911, court records state. In the video, Perry Jones also said that if police questioned him about it, he would just say the boys called him a racial slur. And that is what the left calls the silver bullet. If you ever get in trouble, just simply claim that the person called you some expletive or racial slur of some sort. Yeah. How many times has this happened when it wasn't caught on video, when someone says, hey, I never said that, and the other person says that they have, and social media has ruined lives. Things like YouTube and Twitter and Facebook, they are great resources, but they can also be used as great weapons too. So you got to be careful. You've got to know the full story, the full context, read full bunch of different articles and things like that. So I mean, educate yourselves into the smaller details of things sometimes. Like Jussie Smollett, when I said, hey, I'm withholding my... when I made my first video on Jussie Smollett when it came out, I said, it doesn't sound right. Something isn't right. I'm withholding judgment because I need more information because this does not sound right. And not everybody, but a lot of people were going out there saying, oh, justice for Jussie, and I stand with Jussie, and things like that. And I was still saying, no, it doesn't sound right. Things don't make sense. It's too perfect, number one. Number two, the scenario itself doesn't seem to make any lick of sense. Same thing with this girl with the doll with the beads that makes the noose around its neck. Something doesn't seem right with this. Something is not quite right. First off, the red truck was not part of the float. So why is it that the family had said in the police report that she had to step up to the float and the person leaned down from the float and gave her the doll? But then yet we're finding out now that, no, it was a truck. Things aren't making sense. There's more to it. I'm not saying it didn't happen that way, but there's something there, something that we are not seeing, that we don't have the information on. Stop, people. Jesus. Voter intimidation is horrible, and we should never allow it. And every side should be condemning it. Every side should say, no, 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 no. This is not cool. And then the fact that the person's trying to hide behind, well, if I get in trouble, I'm just going to say you called a racial slur. Stop. Call it out. Everybody should be calling this out. There's no reason for it. And there's only two things that's going to happen. Either really it's going to be successful and it's going to intimidate voters, in which case after the 2020 elections we're going to hear about it and we're going to be like, well, there was a lot of voter suppression, a lot of voter violence, a lot of people were targeting conservatives or Trump supporters or Republicans or what have you, and here's the evidence. And then, where are we? We're in a state of, well, did the election really happen? People are going to say, well, people were intimidated. Or two, you're going to solidify the conservative base or the Republican base, and voter turnout's going to be wonderful for the Republicans. And I personally think it's just going to be wonderful if you keep this up, because people are going to say, yeah, you're going to try to intimidate us? Well, we're just going to come out in force then. Right now, complacency is the Democrats' enemy. The Republicans' enemy and the Democrats' friend. Okay? The Democrats want to lay low-key and let all this news be like, yeah, Trump's going to win, Trump's going to win. They want a repeat of 2016 where Hillary's going to win, Hillary's going to win, Hillary's going to win. Everybody was like, Hillary's got it in the bag. I'm going to pop open a beer, kick back, chill. And the voter presence was not there. The Republicans, the voter presence was there because they're like, well, Hillary's going to win. What? Well, get my vote in there, get my vote in there. Democrats want complacency. Republicans do not want complacency. And bringing attention to the Republican side and rallying up the Republican base is not the way to do it, Democrats. During the encounter, Perry Jones allegedly drove his car through several yards, chasing them. One of the boys told detectives Smith snatched their flag while filming the video, so they chased after the car. Only after the boys threatened to call police did the couple drop the flag and intentionally run over it with their vehicle before fleeing the area, records state. The flag sustained a few rips and tears, the boy said. I'd be flying that flag with pride if I were them. I'm not saying I'm a Trump supporter. I'm just saying if this incident had happened and it was an individual that I was supporting, it would be like a battle flag all torn, and it would be a symbolic thing. Which is all you guys are doing. You're making symbols. You're making symbols. On August 6th, detectives received a search warrant for the Snapchat videos, and it wasn't until November 7th that they received the video content from Snapchat. This is an unfortunate event that involved two brothers expressing their support for President Trump. They were supporting their political views. Regardless of who they were supporting, it was their political view, and they're totally entitled to it. Even though they're not supporters, not voters yet. Good on them. They're practicing their rights. Our residents in Hobart should be able to express their support for any political affiliation without fear of any adverse recourse. Hear, hear. The Hobart Police Department will continue to serve the Hobart residents to ensure they are free to express their support for whomever they choose, and we will tirelessly work to preserve their First Amendment rights under the United States Constitution. Good. As it should be. As it should be. If you disagree with somebody, debate them. Give them your opinions, and hell, maybe somebody will come up with some opinions that you'll be like, wow, I hadn't thought of it from that standpoint, and you make absolute perfect sense, and you have changed my mind. Always go into something with an open mind, but just as your rights are valid, everybody else's rights are valid as well. Just as you have the right to support and vote and voice your opinions any which direction, so does everybody else as well, without fear of retaliation, without fear of violence. Freedom of speech is so important. Now, I think today people flippantly discard it and forget how valuable and how important freedom of speech and freedom of expression is. And freedom of reporting the news, too, the freedom of the press. The press isn't supposed to be these elites that tell us how to think. The press is anybody who wants to be able to say, hey, this is the information I have. What information do you have? Go ahead and disseminate my information and see if mine is true, and let me hear yours. And, I mean, that's what information was, and we are living in an age where we can change the way the press works. So help me out with this on beating YouTube's algorithm and see if we can pierce into some echo chambers and breed some truth into some people like this couple here. There's nothing wrong with hearing dissenting opinions. In fact, I highly encourage it. Stay informed. I'll see you guys on the next one.